We have never had to deal with a mobile singularity doomsday weapon before, thank Liberty for that. So we can't really get an exact ETA, and I figure that's fair. They've already done more than enough. In other news, more information on the Fist of Truth has been unveiled by the Gunvault Corporation's intel gathering teams. The situation with these guys is way worse than I originally feared. They're fanatical Ministry of Truth loyalists, which means that they're drawing bullseyes on anyone who has ever said anything about the Super Earth government that doesn't toe the party line and plant their lips firmly on butt cheeks. Which means they especially don't like me, because I still have absolutely no intention of ever bending the knee to those psychopaths. I resigned my commission within the Super Earth Armed Forces last December in protest of the Ministry of Truth's repeated human rights violations, and will continue to protest and speak out against them until all leading members of the current MOT resign or are imprisoned, at the very least. I am not so concerned that the biggest group of control freak psychopaths in the universe now have their own fangirl. Specifically, this delightful piece of family-friendly fun. Joanna Morgan, the current leader of the Fist of Truth. She adores the Super Earth government, but probably loves her own power and control just a little tiny bit more. Huh, no wonder she gets along so well with the ministries. They're so alike. At any rate, she has an awful lot of influence with the heads of state back home, and I imagine that the only reason that she has not made a play for my life yet is because she can't find me. The gloom mires all and reduces sensor range to roughly 1/10 that of normal. Some care has actually been required to make sure that super destroyers don't crash into one another during normal operations out here. The point is, Joanna Morgan is incredibly power-hungry, and the Fist of Truth are not Care Bears that I figured that they were. They're incredibly dangerous, and she's not about to do something stupid like do a drop on Fori Prime and allow the boats to take care of this little problem for us. Girl's got a mind for blood, and I'm assuming Eligrav has already told her everything that he knows about me, and I rank pretty highly on her to-do list. Considering that she's made a point of specifically targeting the civilian populations in occupied territories, she ranks pretty highly on mine too. It seems like conflict between us is inevitable. But don't you worry about me, dear divers. I never go anywhere without my bodyguards from the 104th. And I'm pretty sure that if the Fist dared show their faces anywhere in the same sector as me, Lady Electo would make necklaces from their teeth. I'll be alright. I'm playing this safe and smart. That's been Liberty's latest with me, ponderatheradioangel. We are right on the tail end of Operation Gloom Eternal, so let's finish out strong and head on out so that we can clean our ships off and get some clean air in here. It feels like we've been stuck in this far cloud for at least 4 forevers, and I've been counting. Then the constant unending bug breaches have been wearing just a little bit thin lately. Even if that means that the only thing fatter than my bank account from these excursions is my kill count. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.